The Minnesota Twins lost. Their offense held down on getaway day in Cleveland. You see Joe Ryan got the start here. He didn't last too long either. There was a rain delay in this one that kind of threw a monkey wrench in the planning, although Ryan did come back out for that. But one of the big headliners out of this one is that Willi Castro stole his 30th base of the season here. That is the first time a Twin has had 30 steals since Ben Revere back in 2012. So a pretty big landmark for the Twins and Willi Castro. And that inning, actually, he scored the Twins' only run of this game on this Andrew Stevenson hit. So nice for Stevenson to have a moment here, but would have certainly liked to see more from the Twins today. Royce Lewis makes a great play in the field here. You might have noticed that Louis Varland came in. Maybe the most notable thing, sort of storyline-wise, was that Edouard Julien played first base for the Twins today, so that's interesting. Keep an eye on that. The only hits from Royce Lewis and Andrew Stevenson, the Twins were 1 for 6 with runners in scoring position. So tough there. Again, Joe Ryan, 89 pitches to go 4 innings. They made him work. They fouled off a lot of pitches. Varland came in out of the pen. And then Cody Funderburk, want to call out that he cleaned up a mess as well. He inherited 2 runners that he stranded. So nice job by the pitching staff. The Twins just couldn't score today. And so at the end of this Cleveland series, the Twins do take the series 2-1 and have a 6-game lead in the division. Although this gives Cleveland the tiebreaker today. They clinched the season series. So it comes down to a tie. They're not playing a 163. It'll go to Cleveland. Anyway, moving on to the Saints. They had 3 first-inning home runs in this one, including this one from Michael Helman. That goes into this weird little bar, and I think it hit the tap handle. It actually poured out a beer in this little bar they have on their concourse. I don't know if it kind of bounced around in there. And yeah, it hits one of the tap handles. He needed to pour somebody a beer out there. Well, Michael Helman did. That's pretty good. So again, that was home run number 1 in the first inning. Here's Trevor Larnach with home run number 2 in the first inning. And then Yunior Severino. This is so funny. I've seen him do this quite a few times now. He just swings out of his shoes. A huge swing here. Misses badly. It kind of looks a little foolish. And they're like, all right, this guy's gassed up. We're going to get him with the changeup. He'll be way out in front of the changeup. Nope. He knew that was coming. 31st home run of the season, and it was a bomb for Yunior Severino. Again, 31, and then this wasn't in the first inning, but Austin Martin also homered in this one, which I especially wanted to make sure to call out because he had a boo-boo. He had a boo-boo in the field here. He makes a great catch. Nice catch in center field, but is completely unaware of the game situation and throws it into the crowd with 1 out and a runner on first base. So that has scored an error. That runner advances to third, and Austin Martin. It's a teachable moment. That's why it's the minor leagues, people. That runner did not come around to score though, so his teammates picked him up. Wichita, they had one I mentioned. Sean Mooney was on the hill for them. He pitched 1 inning. The Twins' 12th round pick in 2019, a guy Fangraphs has had on their prospect list before, 31st entering 2022. So good to see that he's healthy. And then on down to Cedar Rapids, here's Emmanuel Rodriguez up with 2 outs and the bases loaded, and he is getting tired. He is getting tired of some of these strike zones. You saw that very strong reaction. And it reminded me in this plate appearance, actually, a bit of Edouard Julien when he was at the same level. Guys who really know the strike zone, they might strike out a lot down in the lower minors because a lot of times their eye's better than the ump. But notice that those guys had a very similar production also in Cedar Rapids. Anyway, he prevails. He hits a 2-run single here, does Emmanuel Rodriguez. Overcomes that. It was a great timeout for him. Jose Salas, who's been really bad all year, the main prospect who came over in the Arise trade, homers in this one. He's had a good couple games here in September, so that's great to see out of him. There's a look at the swing, good-looking swing. Hopefully he carries that forward. A couple of items in Fort Myers. Our new nightly Walker Jenkins call-out, he was 2 for 4 with a run, stole a base. Just want to call that out. Everybody's always got an eye out on what he's doing in the box scores. And Chris Paddack made the start for the Mighty Muscles. 96.3 miles per hour is what he topped out at. So looking pretty good. Here is his line down in the bottom there, 2 2/3 innings. Did give up a couple runs on a couple hits, walked 2 and struck out 4. But good to see that he's able to throw 52 pitches. Tough start for David Festa and the Saints. He walked 6, although he only gave up 2 runs. Sean Mooney, again, he's coming on the comeback trail, only 1 inning. And Corey Lewis with 5 shutout innings. Another great start for him for the Colonels. Trevor Larnach hit 2 homers in that Saints game and drove in 6 runs. My goodness. That Saints lineup is ridiculous for a AAA team. I mean, this is like almost unfair. Anyway, here are the results from tonight. The Wind Surge game was in progress. Had to kind of pack it up and get this thing up and rolling. But I will try to update you down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all the channel members here, the premium members. We'll talk again soon.